So, what is love, my friends? It is indefinable, inscrutable. It's a magical mystery tour. It's that deep bond connection to another human being. It's all those gooey emotions. It's extraordinary. We can't put our finger on it. It is something. What is that something that love is? We don't really know. It's just this connection to another human being. George Harrison puts his finger on it in this song that the Beatles performed for the album Abbey Road in 1969. This is, a lot of people have said that this showed that George Harrison could write as well as McCartney and Lennon, and I agree with that. And I will go maybe even one step further and say that I think this is the best written song by the Beatles. 100 plus songs that were produced. I think this is the best one. This is the best writing. It's extraordinary. The Beatles songs are generally linear. They tell a story and they go in one direction. Yesterday, I Want to Hold Your Hand, Revolution, Norwegian Wood, all of them, they're brilliantly written, but they you know where they're going. They're very clear about what's being said. This song is like love itself. It's indefinable. It's cryptic. It cuts itself off. It goes sort of meandering in thoughts and then just leaves you hanging in a gorgeous way. The the writing itself is thematic of something. Something. Love is something. And the words themselves keep tapering off into something, just disappearing. Frank Sinatra said that he thought this was the best love song of the last of the 20th of the 50 years before it was written, and it's definitely one of the greatest love songs of all time. And George Harrison wrote it, and of course he had other great songs. He really came into his own in the last couple of years with the Beatles. But I want to go over the lyrics on this song just to show how ingenious they are, and to back up the lyrics. The music on this is, I would say, perhaps as good as the lyrics themselves. So yeah, this is one of the greatest songs of all time. It's of course near the top of most lists of great songs. Of course, it won an award. It went to the top of the lists in America, Canada, and many other places. I think it only made it to number 4 in Britain, but that's because it came out after the Abbey Road album. Anyway, a bunch of stuff like that. Anyway, let's go over the lyrics real quick on this. This is something I don't do very often. I only go over the lyrics on a song before I actually react to a song, usually when the lyrics are that good, like this one. So let's just analyze. This is going to take a couple of minutes, but let's just explore these extraordinary lyrics by George Harrison. And he tweaked these. He worked on these for a while, for about a year, because he pitched this for the White Album, but it's kind of funny. McCartney and Lennon didn't really like the song that much. George Martin didn't like the song that much. The guy who stood in for George Martin, I can't remember his name, didn't like it that much. So this song may have never gotten produced, although I think George gave it to a couple other people, including Joe Crocker. All right, so here we go with Something. Love that title, Something. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Very straightforward. Lovely. Something in the way she woos me. And you're expecting another line. There is no other line to finish off that. It's a 3-line stanza instead of a 4-line stanza. He lets you taper off into your own thoughts. Something in the way she woos me. Where's he going with that? And it's so perfect. I mean, you've been wooed before. I've been wooed before. We've wooed others before. We know what that is. He lets it hang there for us. It's brilliant. I mean, that's a small thing, but it's something that the Beatles didn't do. The McCartney and Lennon didn't do. As far as I can think, they didn't do that. That kind of cryptic, allowing the listener to fill in the gaps. And then, of course, he goes, I don't want to leave her now. I don't want to leave her now. Why would he even say that? I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe, and how. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe, and how. Okay, first of all, I don't know why he would say I don't want to leave her now. I guess maybe in the moment or permanently. It's cryptic, and it's interesting that would even pop into his head. But then, you know I believe, and how. I believe in what? Believe in us? You know I believe, and how. Okay, here's a little aside. Up until just a few hours ago when I pulled these lyrics down to study them a little bit further, I've always thought that he said, you know I believe in how, not and how, in how. I believe in how this all works, in how we are. I believe in how we are together. Now, I've always liked the cleverness of that. Well, that's not what he says. He says, and how. And that could be taken two ways. You know I believe, and how. I believe. The way we Americans in English say that. People in the English language. And how. Or it could be, you know I believe, and how. How do I believe? Question mark. There's no question mark on it. And how he sings it. So again, it's cryptic, and it's extraordinary in its crypticism. Somewhere in her smile, she knows that I don't need no other lover. That's brilliant. Somewhere in her smile, most writers would make it linear. Something in her smile shows she loves me. She's sure she loves me. That's what most writers would do with that. Not George Harrison. Not the way his brain works. He's more complex. Somewhere in her smile, she knows that I don't need no other lover. And I love the double negative on that, just accentuating it. So, that she knows I don't need, that I'm content. And every woman that we've been in love with, they know that we're in love with them. They get that smile on their face. And I don't think it's ever been said like that before. It's brilliant. Something in her smile, she knows that I don't need no other lover. No, I don't. Then he does the clip sentence, leaving it hanging. Something in her style that shows me. Shows me what? There's supposed to be another line. No, it's an ellipses. He stops us again and does that again. Lets us fill in the gap. I mean, it's just extraordinary how he does that. You fill in your own words, people, listening to this. Because he already knows what he's feeling, what he's thinking. So he does that twice in two of the first three stanzas. So, and then he doesn't come back in and say, I don't want to leave her now. He moves the pace. Don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Does that again. And then the bridge comes in. And the bridge is extraordinary in the musical sense, in the song. But now he's recalling basically a dialogue between them, a personal dialogue between them. You're asking me, will my love grow? I don't know. You're asking me if my love will grow. That sounds like something a woman would say. Do you think your love will grow? Do you think you'll love me more? And I like the fact that he puts it a different way. You ask me, will my love grow? You don't ask me if my love will grow. You ask me, will my love grow? I like the way he puts that. And then his answer is, I don't know. That could be taken one of two ways. Again, he's being cryptic. So is he taking the question as in, maybe we don't love each other enough. Do you think your love will grow? I don't know. Or our love for each other is so amazing. It's full. It's complete. So how could it possibly grow anymore? I don't know. So which way does he mean it? We don't know. It's brilliant. Wow. It's brilliant. And I think we've all been there in relationships. We've been in relationships where the love is like 90%, but it's not quite there. Will it grow? I don't know. Or it's full. It's complete, man. It's everything. It is everything. And I'm thinking of one particular woman I was in love with. It was everything. So will it grow? I don't know. I don't know how it could possibly grow. Brilliant, brilliant writing. So she's asking, will it grow? He goes, I don't know. You stick around, and then he says back, you stick around, now it may show. What may show? That it grows or that it's already there? Which one is it going to show? Again, he's being cryptic. And again, it's brilliant. You stick around, now it may show. I don't know. I don't know. That's humor. That's funny. I mean, and Harrison, of course, had a great sense of humor. All the guys did. But that's just brilliant humor. You stick around, now it may show. I don't know. I don't know. I just love that. Wow, that is phenomenal writing. This, I think, really truly is the best written song by the Beatles. Now, he goes, something in the way she knows. Something in the way she knows. I mean, I think all of us in a relationship have had that. They know something. Something in the way she knows. She knows me. He doesn't say it. Again, he stops it short. Knows what? But it doesn't matter because it's something. Something in the way somebody knows. Something. Something in the way she knows. And all I have to do is think of her. Those two, that's a non sequitur. Something in the way she knows, and all I have to do is think of her. So what does she know? And why does thinking of her have anything to do with that? It's two different thought patterns. He's liking the something in the way she knows, and there's something about her, all he has to do is think of her. That's the way I see it. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I just love that. It's something. He just keeps throwing somethings out. Something, something, something. And that's what love is. It's just this plethora of somethings. Again, the brilliance of this song, the writing. Something in the things she shows me. Again, it's another something. Something in the things she shows me, ellipses. He's not going to let us know. It's just going to be a something he throws out there. And we've all experienced that. Something in the things she shows me. And we love it. We love it. So there are another thing with this. This is not lazy writing. He doesn't repeat himself. All the somethings in this are different. George takes us down different avenues, different lovely flowered avenues. Something in the way she moves, something in the way she woos me, something in her smile she knows, something in her style that shows me, something in the way she knows, and something in the things she shows me. So 6 different things. And then, of course, he finishes it off with a very declarative, with going back to, I don't want to leave her now. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in and how. I almost said it the way I almost believe in how. All right, so that's the lyrics. And I know I spent a long time on them, and they deserve it because they're so extraordinary. So they spent a lot of time on the musicality on this. I mean, you got John on the piano, you got George on rhythm guitar, and then he also does lead guitar on this. You got, of course, Paul McCartney on bass, Ringo on drums, kicking in with the cymbals on this, and then George Martin brought in orchestration on this. So this is a fully developed song. It's been criticized by some for being fully developed instead of just being sort of a straightforward Beatles. But of course, George Martin came in a lot of times on their songs. I think the orchestration on this shows as much care and development as George's lyrics on this. And this video was an official video they put out. I've never actually seen it all the way through, so that'll be kind of fun. I've seen a few snippets of it. It evidently shows all 4 of the Beatles in 1968 or 1969 with their wives. And I believe this video was done right after they knew they were going to break up, or right after George said he was going to leave because he was pissed off at McCartney and Lennon for not including his songs. But there was some kind of tension going on. So that'll be kind of interesting. But the main thing is I want to just really get into the orchestration on George's brilliant lyrics. So here we go, folks. Well, I'm sorry, my friends. YouTube has blocked, so Apple Music has blocked this reaction to the music actually itself. You can find that full reaction on my Patreon Dax Music account, which you're looking at that link right there below. If you want to stick around and listen to my comments after the reaction that's on this video, please do. Thank you very much. It's extraordinary, truly extraordinary. And I like the cymbals coming in with Ringo. I'll tell you, here's a face that I could look at for a long time. I mean, I love Linda McCartney's face too, but this face right here, Patty Boy, I mean, wow, she has an extraordinary look. I'm just going to keep it on her look. Kept it on George at the beginning. And I know they were just deeply in love, and the song is about something. It's about love. It's about her, evidently. I still think it is, even though he said later it wasn't. I would lay my money that it's about her. That's just, so let's just keep it on her. And but the musicality on this, there's something about the musicality. It's playful, like love. It's lovely, like love. It's emotional and outbreaking, like love. It's subdued, like love. It's got the somethings. It's got the gamut of somethings in it. The exquisite work by all of them on this, including Ringo. Ringo's a genius on drums. I don't care what anybody says. But the piano work by John, the organ coming in just barely in the background, the orchestration by George. The start out with the drums, and then George Martin a while ago on the orchestration, and George coming in with the guitar work and his exquisite, almost jazzy, seemingly extemporaneous solo for a good 30 seconds is in the middle. Really is an exquisite bridge, and just like love itself, that has so many different emotions and so many feelings and so many ups and downs, it allows us to have that difference, that flavor, that variety. This is one of the greatest songs of all time. It is, in my book, I rarely call a song perfect. I've actually done it a couple of times this month with a couple of other songs. Fast Car by Tracy Chapman, and gosh, what was another one I did? Can't think of it right now, but this is a perfect song. It's a perfect song. It's been called by many the best song on Abbey Road. It is by far the best song on Abbey Road. It may be the best song that the Beatles ever did. I'd have to think about that, but it's definitely in the top 5. So anyway, so that's something by George Harrison, the inimitable George Harrison. And what an exquisite soul he was, right? Okay. There's probably more, but I'll just leave it at that. I look forward to y'all's comments. And I'll catch you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.